Hearts of Kyber, high in fiber, thermal exhaust port to your colon.
The strongest stars have hearts of Kyber.
With MakingStarWars.net.
Hey YouTube. 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 Batman Part 2 is coming out and Catwoman's not a thief. Hey YouTube. So anyways, today we're gonna talk about the show called Cassian Andor. And he's got a robot dog. That's what I learned from the EW article that we're going to read. I didn't really read yet because I think we might just be fucking in a time loop, you guys. I'm not playing around. I'm pretty sure, Rob, that we are in a time loop. You imagination killing motherfucker. I think that's what's happening because
there's that Guilfoyle time loop dance, right?
didn't we already meet B2EMO? Didn't this already happen? Because but here we are. We're meeting him again. I feel like I met him
I thought that was David Spade dyed his hair for a second. Dude, it's a little Spadish.
David
Spadish. Sorry.
Early 90s, I gotta be careful. Would do a good Cassian on SNL for sure.
Yeah, I just want to make David Spadish. Fuck, man. You can just get yourself in trouble if you don't preface.
Aria says we got 6 days and 10 hours left until Andor.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
We're almost there.
Yay.
Until the 3-episode premiere. Okay, so Entertainment Weekly.
It's a slow burn. Hold on, I'm predicting. It's a slow burn. It wasn't sexy.
Aria
Where's my boys?
You don't understand.
If it just had one lightsaber, I could watch it. It would be complete.
Too slow and too smart for you.
When they gonna get back to using the themes?
Have you even seen Breaking Bad? Have you even seen it?
Why is Mando in another show? It's all gonna happen, folks. Just wait for it. 6 days, 10 hours. It's all gonna happen.
Meet B2EMO, the adorable new salvage droid in Andor. Hey, Diego Luna.
They said savage.
Are you ready for your next Diego Luna outing? Diego Luna calls his scene-stealing new co-star a fantastic friend. Oh no, he thinks it's real. Don't tell him, you guys. Don't tell him. Okay, this is the droid you're looking for. Oh, fuck off! You can't do that. Come on. You thought that was this is the droid you're looking. No. You know what? Fuck.
To be fair,
I don't blame you.
To be fair, no one remembers the droid jokes from Rise of Skywalker. Nobody.
Yeah, but
I don't.
Come on. Star Wars is back.
What?
Alan Tudyk's K2SO, being like K2 so what compared to this new guy, am I right? Alan Tudyk.
So what? SO-WATT would be a great fuck you droid, right?
So what? Amber, am I right?
Yeah, SO what?
Tudyk's K2SO may not be in the first season of Andor, but the upcoming Star Wars series introduces at least one new robotic friend. EU has an exclusive look at the new droid B2EMO, the tiny salvage assistant who stars opposite Diego Luna. Does he really star in it though? Series creator Tony Gilroy tells EU that he wanted the Andor family to have a loyal companion, an ancient salvage droid who's been working with them for years. The result is the cubicle B2, a rusty red ground mech who rolls around the planet Ferrix. I said, okay, I want to have a salvage droid and I want to have a family dog. Gilroy tells you. It's an old dog. That's where we started. Yeah.
I love it.
And then
I like it when old school screenwriters just talk like plainly. You know, they don't disguise. They don't go, oh, it's about the droid revolution that's taking place and the blah, 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 blah. It's not, man. It's like a dog.
I think it went like
googly
this.
eyes and he shits.
Gilroy was like, what I want you to capture is Clifford, the big red dog, but I want him tiny as a droid. Can you do Clifford, the big red dog, as a tiny? And then this is what they did. I was going to say
make that movie recently.
Nah, I never actually seen the movie. I read the books like in like elementary school. Though.
Made live action.
I was like, he's going to kill somebody. What I liked about what they did here is when you're actually looking up this set that they have in the background here, I don't think it's really all that much more impressive or different than what they're doing in El Segundo. But fuck, that set extension in the background and the ability to get that in the shot does make it look like you're not looking like you are like looking at a city. Like that's a huge difference between
as if they placed the camera lower to the ground and tilted up.
Yeah.
Like as if they didn't just shoot it straight on, you know, like it's not just Kenobi. Boba Fett suffers, and sometimes Mando's better. But there's some Mando shots where you're just like, it doesn't have to look like an OnStar commercial. You can move the camera, just shift it below the plane or above the plane.
Yeah, no. So I saw this shot, and honestly, I think the shot's fairly pedestrian in general. Obviously, I think
no pun intended with the pedestrians.
But that right there is the insight that I think that it gives us is, boy, they knew how to shoot it. And over here we got Ice Cream Maker Man. He's back. Uh-oh. Did I lose you, Rob?
Well, no. Jason.
No,
I thought you wanted to know. We initially had Snow Walkers in Empire, and kind of they were there, but in Jedi we had the Chicken Walkers, and this is the Jaywalkers. Yeah. That's where we're at now. Jaywalkers.
Yeah, because they did this. They were Chicken Walkers, but they were really listening to that song from Night at the Roxbury. People don't know that, but
I know. I watched it with Fat Bastard. All right.
B2 is a fantastic friend. Luna adds with the laugh. Ha 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 ha. It's like the perfect droid. I have to say, it's a fantastic piece of design. First of all. The team behind it is amazing. He is so expressive. With very little, he gives you so much. So, all right. All right. Room, you guys.
Look, I get it's a press junket, and you all know I've been looking forward to the show longer than almost anybody. This is a ridiculous article. This is worthy of, this is like cover material for Star Wars Insider. B2EMO revealed, and it looks like remember those covers at the end of Stripes where John Candy's holding the weapon, and it's like B2EMO,
Right.
And
it's like we got like really obvious stuff. Like his name isn't actually Andor, and Maerva saves him after his parents are killed in the town square and takes him to this new planet. Like there's actual like insightful shit that we could be really delving into that gives us like, oh, I want to know more about Andor.
Yeah, but maybe they're trying to hide it for the show. What they could be doing right now in this article, right, or on the cover Empire, is put Tony Gilroy and all the directors of the fucking episodes in and meet the crew that's assembled the team for Rogue Zero or some shit like that. Like, there's another way you can do it where you focus on the creatives, the people who made it, and then they go, well, then there'll be targets on social media. Well, then you fucking fight it, Lucasfilm.
Fight
Chicken shits.
Yeah,
so, like, Instead, they're like, let's put something out on the droid because they can't attack B2EMO on Twitter. You know, like that's what this feels like to me. This was their chicken shit way around doing actual fucking conversations about creating this fucking thing.
Yeah.
This is like whatever.
I love Neil Scanlon though. Star Wars designer Neil Scanlon and his legendary creature shop built the droid from
Cool
scratch,
name.
figuring out everything from his square figure to that perfect red color. The droid itself is entirely practical and controlled via a remote, which meant Luna and other actors could share scenes with B2 and even improvise with them.
What? They can
Yep.
use remote controls on robots now?
Yep.
What?
Yep. They can do that. That's right. Neil Scanlon has that power. He can do it now. I learned it in Canada. It was
That
wonderful.
is the worst Canadian accent I've ever heard. I like it. It's as if a UAP landed, the entity inside the UAP got out and pretended to be Canadian.
Yeah.
All right. I accept you're human.
It was wonderful to work with them because he's real. Oh, poor Diego. He has no idea. He has no fucking clue that this is a documentary.
Also, my Power Wheels was real too. You know, it goes Power Wheels, go Power Wheels, make it go. It was real. It was there.
God.
Someone don't tell him that glowworm was fucking battery powered too. You know.
Make him red like Carrot Top. Give him all of the fierce lunacy of Carrot Top. He's there and he interacts with you the way you'll get to see him on screen. There's nothing he couldn't do that he will do in the series. It's all mechanical. Okay.
If you go to his OnlyFans, there's nothing he won't do.
I know. Well, if you notice right here, they don't show his feet because you gotta pay for that.
Tarantino's like, sign me up.
Sign me up.
You know.
Yeah, but see, like yeah, like I was talking about, like you can kind of see it in this picture. Like it looks good. It's gonna look fine on screen and stuff, but it looks weird because like he's so warped. Like it doesn't look like individual pieces of like warped stuff. It's really strange for Star Wars. He does look different than other props.
Well, if I had to choose between fake molded stucco and whatever they made the Jedi Council chamber out of, I guess I'll go with this. But they're of equal but dissimilar. You know, it does look molded. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's really it's definitely different. I don't know if I dislike it or anything. You know, like I haven't seen him on screen doing anything. So it's kind of
we built the robot.
Weird.
And then we left him outside during COVID for 2 years to get real weathering, but he didn't work, so we had to make new one. Like, all right,
right here, B2EMO's like, did you hurt your hand jacking off again? And he's like, no, little droid, I was stealing a cube from a man, and then I spit in his food. Oh, okay, that's the series. Diego Luna asked Cassian Ander with B2EMO in Ander.
The only one saying Ander regularly now, but it's hilarious. Keep doing it.
Luna, of course.
It's like I've been saying Princess Leia ever since fucking George uttered the words, you know?
Han and Leia.
Yeah. It's Leia.
So,
you know.
Luna, of course, is no stranger to sharing scenes with robotic co-stars. And as Cassian, he spends much of his screen time in 2016 Rogue One with K2SO. But he filmed those scenes with Tudyk, who performed on set and was later digitally replaced. Here, Luna actually got to act opposite B2 in his final form.
Because he's a fucking trash can. The other one was a human-sized regular.
That's a killer, dude. This is a big opportunity for Diego, dude.
He's like, this is like half the size of a BB-8. Like it's not even.
You don't understand how like it was for Diego to like be in those scenes and then not in those scenes with that guy, and then be in those scenes with that guy and then not in the scene. Now he gets to do it, man. Can you just be happy for Diego for once in your fucking life?
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy to tell you, Jason, that at Galaxy's Edge, all the drinks are going to be served in droid sizes from now on. So you can get a K2SO, that's a large. You can get an R2D2, that's like a medium large-ish. And then you can get a
Yeah.
BB-8. You can get an emo, a B2EMO, that's like a little thing. And then you can get the tiny little, my favorite, which is that Dio. Little espresso Dio.
What's inside of him though? What's in here? Is he a chicken bucket? Is it a bucket of chicken?
Oh yeah, that's nothing but apple cores and parts of of Mike Pence's soul. Yeah, whatever's
okay.
left
Mike
of it,
Pence.
just rattling around in there till they hang him.
Well, I'm happy for him that Luna actually got to act opposite B2 in his final form.
It's been my dream to act next to a little droid.
That's just amazing. You know what I mean? Can you believe it? That's amazing.
And you can put all the In-N-Out fries you want in them. He just fits right in there. They just shove them in, and you can put like 4 fries in there. 6 fries.
When like I'm watching this like with all my friends, like dozens of them all at once, like together in the same room, I'm gonna be like, hey, they're like, hey, can you shut up with these fun facts? I'm gonna be like, hey, he got to act in the same room with that droid in his final form. Did you
and
know
you know
that,
what's even better? We put a little cowboy hat on him, and he was just strutting. He was the best.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go.
He does kind of do a little strut. There's a little strut in him. It was weird, to be honest. The first few days, I was like, holy shit. Before Rogue One with K2, I was in front of a great actor. But here with B2,
did you say holy shit? He did.
Yeah, it was actually a piece of metal moving, but metal that was so expressive as any actor I worked with.
And this guy was in Dirty Dancing too. Like,
have you seen Jyn Erso? She
oh, man. That is like subtle shade against every actor he worked with in Rogue One. Like that is so clever. Like
that's another thing that is not easy. The team making him move and talk is just the best of the best, which is true. I mean, like the Neil Scanlon and those guys, they're pretty fucking amazing. I mean, between all of the things that they have done and BB-8 and stuff, I mean, they do a really pretty radical job with that stuff.
And then Bob Paycheck comes on and goes, we don't even have to pay them. They just make the shit for free at the conventions and they just give it to us. We don't have to pay these people. Yeah, just take it. It's our shit. Trademark.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna confiscate. We're gonna confiscate this for copyright law. You've broken the copyright law. The copyright law has been broken. Put him in the truck.
I need to develop a Paycheck voice. I don't have that down yet, but I'm gonna definitely do it. We got to do it.
Just go copyright law. You violated the copyright.
Yeah. You violated. If you put an R2D2 on your dick, they own your dick now. Like,
we own. If you have an R2D2 titty tattoo, we own that R2D2 titty tattoo and that titty.
We can just grab them, whatever we want. That's how it works. Copyright law.
Copyright law.
You're breaking the law. You're breaking
the law. Breaking the law. Copyright law.
This is slowly turning into Beavis and Butthead, Jason. I'm looking more and more like Butthead every day, so it's not going well for me.
Hey to B2EMO. B2EMO. He does look like Paul McCartney in this. B2.
Little bit.
EMO. But yeah, get a little closer look here at
feels like acting against wood actors.
Look who does not wash his hands after he uses the bathroom. This guy.
You know what? But he doesn't have a Coke pinky, so it's okay.
And then look at this little hat. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That little dude that little BMO struts across that little walkway, and he's making that little RC car sound. Man, I'm gonna get giddy. It will make me laugh.
Yeah. Look at him go. Look, you're gonna have to get on the OnlyFans for this.
He's just getting He's getting upskirt shots for Diego. Unfortunately, it's not good.
It does look like you could plug a hose into him and just start vacuuming some shit up, though. Like, if you wanted to.
bro, how do you think they're gonna make their money on this one?
Yeah, you could put your wiener in it. Uh-oh.
No, don't do that. Don't, Spreezy, don't.
Breezy, we're talking
That's
to
why
you?
Spreezy. That's why Spreezy hasn't been on the show. He got
Yeah.
stuck his dick in a B2EMO and got injured.
It just ripped the skin right off.
Oh no!
But look.
he was unsheathed.
Oh, Breezy unsheathed. There's like a silver R2D2 over here standing on a bucket, it looks like. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's in a bucket. He's
in
in
a
the apple.
bucket.
It's his turn in the apple barrel.
He's like, I need to soak my feet. But yeah, it looks cool though. It definitely looks cool. You know, it's a little working town. And then like that tall
Yeah, I
building.
got no complaints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Entertainment Fall 20
I don't know.
preview exclusive. Look at this light.
We had to lower. They had to make the. What the fuck is that?
The light. It's like a little Saturn.
You know what that
light.
is? It's the logo to Out of This World.
Out
Remember
of This
that one?
World
With Evie,
Yeah.
where she went mean.
Yeah,
right?
she talked to Bosley.
Her mom was the Shredder's girlfriend in Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah. I want her to meet ice cream guy on Bespin and then to fall
To be
in love.
honest,
Uh-huh.
that's the amount of ice cream I would carry out of. I'm an ice cream fiend, bro.
What do you guys do in this town? We mine ice cream. There's a whole ice cream
Oh.
mine here below the city. The
Bro,
Empire
that
wants
right.
all this ice cream.
8-year-old Rob and 43-year-old Rob, we haven't changed. We see eye to eye on this. Give me the ice cream mines. I could think about that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Was Indiana Jones the best part of G23? Yeah, I'd say so. That Indiana Jones is what made it worth it for me. So I'm gonna say yeah. Most definitely. I mean, it really wasn't. It was for me, honestly. It was Willow and Indiana Jones. Seeing the Willow trailer, which I didn't need to go there to see it in the end. And
You know who gave it a really good review?
Who?
Was Rob Liefeld on his Rob's Reservations podcast. He has a D23 one.
Yeah.
And he's pretty good at not. He doesn't just be like, but he was like, he was calling Indiana Jones next summer's Maverick. Like, that's what he was saying. Like,
Yeah.
don't sleep on this one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's sort of the hope for it, I think, is that it becomes that for Indy. And the stuff they showed, man, it looked on, you know. It looked really on. My only like reservation about the whole thing is just the fact that they didn't give a premise. Like, you know, you could have this really beautiful fucking movie and everything could look great and everything could, like, the action could be great, but if it's, you know, Indiana Jones trying to find, you know, and the hairbrush of Mary Todd, who is going to give a fuck? It's going to be really stupid if the artifact really sucks, if the MacGuffin is trash, and or if it's just not interesting, you know, intriguing. But I think it's
find out. Sorry,
but I'm only going by. I'm not
air
going with
pollution
faith.
out here is not good.
I'm going with what they showed, not with because X, Y, and Z means A, B, and C. I'm going with just like, what did you show me? They showed me a fucking Indiana Raiders of the Lost Ark clone. That's what they were showing me with aged Indiana Jones and a young beautiful British woman. That's all I could say, and it looked cool. So I'm definitely interested. I have more faith in it before than I did. I was interested before. Now I do have faith in it though. So that now I'm going to the faith part of it, where based off of that stuff, I really do have high expectations, higher than I had before even, which is a compliment. You know, if that makes sense.
Well, you haven't watched. So a couple things with that. One, if I know Lucasfilm based on Drew Struzan's book, forget my dealings with them. Let's just Drew Struzan's book. They probably and he worked on Crystal Skull. So the last time they went through this, my guess is they got like 3 million fucking logos, ideas, title ideas on the wall, and they whittled it down to like 56, and they still haven't decided. So if I had to place a bet that, and it's always been a teaser trailer, the guy who cut the trailer even said it, so it's just like a mood thing. They will just say indie 2023 or summer 23 or something, and they'll hold the official title until the real the second trailer, right? The official trailer.
Right.
If I had to put a bet on it, why I don't know. They feel like someone's gonna fucking steal their idea and make a whole nother movie with that title and premise in between when they announce it and put the movie out. Like,
I think we'll get it with the teaser. I just think that it like
okay.
I think, I mean, I'm just guessing. I think that was the teaser trailer that will be released without a couple of key ingredients, a couple of money shots, like such as what the premise is. You know what I mean? And then because if they were to go and not release the trailer, if they were not going to release the trailer, but they gave the title and the premise out in that would be like the same as it leaking out in terms of their control over it, because it would essentially be a leak. People in the room at D23 would be leaking it at that point, and then they would lose control over that narrative. So they have to release the video or they don't own it, right? I think that's their perspective. Whether it's right or not, it's a different thing.
But isn't the premise inherent in a title for an Indiana Jones
usually
movie?
But I mean,
unless it's called Indie semicolon and Indiana Jones story.
Well, it's like I preferred Indiana Jones and the Saucerman. That shit's badass. But like, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and the Temple of Doom, both of those don't necessarily tell you very much. Even like Last Crusade, when we were kids, I didn't know what the Crusades were as a kid. So when I heard Last Crusade, I just thought it meant it was Indiana Jones' last movie. Like that's like the end of the trilogy. Like that was my take on it.
Right.
So there is sort of like, we live in a different era now, obviously, with the internet, and kids are able to watch analysis videos on YouTube and have adults explain things to them, which that we didn't have. So they have to play the ambiguity game a bit harder than they used to have to. But it really does depend, because like if it's called like Indiana Jones and blah 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 of time, then everybody knows what it is. Then you just know at that point, oh, this is a time travel thing. But if it's called like, and the menace of the Antikythera or some shit like that, then you're just like, I have no idea what. Like I have to go and Google what is an Antikythera, and
I just want them to call it Indiana Jones semicolon old.
Yeah.
Old man indie. Just like fuck the naming convention at this point.
Indiana Jones, and will the old man try and bang this young chick he's hanging out with? The adventure. That could be a ride. A thrill ride. I mean, that's the Maverick.
Adventure continues.
Yeah. Right. But or Indiana Jones and whatever happened to Short Round.
The last spurt. the final spurt,
Yeah. Or Indiana Jones and Mutt Williams gets killed in Vietnam. Oh shit, that's what
bro, I'd be there opening night. Guaranteed. COVID, no COVID. Just to watch it.
Yeah, man. I like I said, when they were filming Indy, I hadn't paid attention to the Mutt Williams stuff. I'm pretty much expecting his kid to have died in Vietnam, and then this goddaughter thing is sort of a spiritual successor. I almost think that's where it's gonna go. But another part of me kind of wants,
and that's what broke up their marriage. They're like broken up, and they're not divorced, but they're split.
Yeah.
And then at the end they get together through the power of, I don't know, nostalgia.
The power of storytelling.
Well, the script said so.
The script said so. I mean,
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
It's what Darabont would have done. We said, cool.
Could we? I would love to make a serious that's also subversive and comedic in tone, lampoonish, but really serious, but lampoonish, where you're in a murder mystery, but the item in the suitcase is the script. and sometimes it's going on script and off script. Like Like if you could do the murder mystery, that idea, and something like that Looney Tunes episode where the animators fucking with Donald. You
Oh
know, like
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Someone's had to have done that, right? Like I couldn't have invented that right
Probably,
now. Like
but
someone.
I don't know. So it sounds like it's up for you to go make it now, Rob. Aria says a big YouTube. Man, stop texting me, people. I don't have headphones on today. A big YouTube that got 4 episodes as a media pack said that the episodes 1 and 2 are 30 minutes. Episodes 3 and 4 are 40 minutes. So cool. That sounds right. Rick Jones says, strange they haven't announced an indie title yet. Yeah, it's because, like I said, they haven't actually released the actual teaser trailer. So they're not ready to start the actual media blitz. What they want with D23 are a bunch of people to go and say, I saw the stuff at the D23, it was good. Every time they like do something. That's why they kind of allow it in that environment. KG says, I've never seen Willow, but the trailer looked magical. I highly recommend watching the Willow film if you like Star Wars. I mean, it's a Star Wars fantasy film when you get down to it. It's the same recipe, and it's Val Kilmer
It's
playing
wholesome.
Han Solo. It's great.
It's wholesome.
It's yeah, it's fairly wholesome. I mean, other than the fact that they want to murder babies with tattoos. Other than that,
Yeah, but that's no different than a Dark Crystal or a Labyrinth or a Return to Oz. You know.
Yeah, no, and I mean, Val Kilmer's a cross-dresser at one point. All kinds of stuff happens.
It's called Return to Oz wholesome. I stand by that. Yeah. Make kids watch it.
Andy says, is Grogu getting a Mando helmet? No, he's getting a IG-11 mech. That's what he's getting. I imagine. I mean, I don't know if it's going to have some sort of helmet aspect to it, but I don't believe it does. Luis says, I heard that the MacGuffin Indy 5 is an astrology map. Do you know something about it? Well, there is like a room. There's something in this castle that seems to go between the eras, possibly. And there is like a whole mechanism of this room down in like a dungeon kind of place. So it's possible. If they do time travel, like how does the time travel work? You know what I mean? If it is something like that. But yeah, it and when it's time travel, it might be dimensional, and we don't know what the rules of the time travel are. Like for instance, what if Nazis are chasing them, Nazi remnants are chasing them the whole film, but what if it only allows them to see what happened in a place through like the visual effects, but they don't really go there? What if they see the Roman soldiers fighting and that kind of shit? But they don't actually like engage. You know what I mean? It's really kind of like there's a lot of, it's such an abstract concept that they can do a lot with it. Are they going to go real simple? Simply you hit the button, now I am in ancient Rome, or is it going to be like a way of seeing history and that kind of thing? It's Indiana Jones. So usually something is presented as being one thing, but then it's actually another thing in like Indiana Jones. Like the cup of Christ is going to give you the immortality. Once you have it, you can live forever. Just drink for it. Now you're a vampire. You're immortal. But in reality, you need to stay in behind the seal in the place, being the Knights Templar, to protect that holy spot, or you die. You know what I mean? Or it's not going to work out. You can't bring the cup beyond the seal.
Lucas taking the fun out of everything,
Yeah, or like the arc. You think it's like this weapon, and you're just going to be able to point it at your enemies, but you look at it, and you fucking die.
I'll be honest. Let's all be honest though, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the way it worked, we would all do it in a heartbeat if the cell phone reception still worked indefinitely, right? Like if we had that cell phone, we could sit in that cave forever, just fucking around with folks, watching the world burn while you're sitting in there, free from harm.
Yeah, you could have just taken Karen Allen back there. They could just set up their like little fucking place. They could just like chill in there, wait for cell phones to come out, and then leave every now and then to get some
shawarma,
make like a little end of the world bunker kind of thing in there. Yeah.
Don't give Alex Jones ideas.
Yeah, but I have no idea what to expect when it comes to the actual like MacGuffin itself. We've seen Indy with like a clock, but we've also seen him with like a little golden kind of metal device at times. So I don't know. For all we know, it's like the battery that's going to run this ancient thing or something. Like there'll be some twist to it, but I don't know what it is. Andy says instead of CG monkeys, we will get CG capybaras.
Hey, look, it's also the Woody face that sells that. Like, let's just be
Yeah.
honest. Like, all of it. Yeah. CG capybaras. Like, I got a
Yeah.
feeling Felonious D's gonna have fun with that capybaras. Like, it's gonna become a staple around here.
I like fine fedora making. Brett says Neverending Story 2 Knives Out. Man, why did Neverending Story 2 have to suck so hard? That's everybody's always
direct to video.
Neverending Story 2. What the fuck? Neverending Story 2. What the fuck, Jonathan Brandis? What the fuck? Arya says, how likely is Tarkin going to be in Andor? Because the deep fake has gotten real good these days. I kind of don't think that the show that they're selling at the moment sounds compatible with Tarkin or Darth Vader. It sounds like it's all about like the lowest of the low. Like I said, Andor's going to kill a guy at the start of the show, and then that's what's going to bring the heat down on him. And then that's when the security officers start chasing him down, and then that's when, from there, that's how we kind of like get this escalation of things. So my point is, it's an escalation. So it's not like, you don't go rob a liquor store and then now the Navy SEALs
I use my
are out
name
looking for you. Right? Robin.
Use my name.
You're my Robin. But
we don't say we gotta go Jason a liquor store. Oh shit.
Right?
Like, fuck.
A police Jace. How about that? All right. So anyways, and he says, do you guys Indy when he wears jacket or no? Do you guys Indy? I always Indy when he wears jacket or no jacket. You know what?
He has no jacket in the most badass look, the most badass moment in any Indiana Jones film is the bridge sequence in Temple of Doom. There's no more badass moment for Indy than that. He's got his sleeves, gun showing, ripped, no jacket. He's got the rope around it. He's got a fucking machete. You know what I mean? And he cuts a fucking bridge. Like, come on, man, over an alligator pit. Like, it doesn't. You don't need the jacket to be Indy.
I definitely mostly see the jacket as being like integral to being like the Indiana Jones costume, like the definitive one. But I can't lie, in Fortnite, I'm always Temple of Doom Indy, and they didn't give him the sword machete thing. They didn't give him that, but I already had one, thankfully. So I use that. That's like my like pickaxe that go around hitting stuff, picking stuff out. It's a good time.
Yeah, the sword machete Indy is like when Luke wears the yellow jacket, right? Like it's like, ooh, that's the good alternate one. That's the one I like.
Are these capital letters like a code here or something? But you're a teacher part-time. That was a great moment. That is a good moment in that film though. Part-time. I liked it. Why did they make Marcus a fucking side gag in Crystal Skull? I can't forgive Spielberg for that one. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't really, that doesn't really offend me. Because they made him a side gag in the third one. And
yeah, why don't we go back to Last Crusade?
He was like completely a side gag, and
he's the butt of a joke. He's in 20 languages. You'll disappear, blend in. You'll never find him. I was the cowboys. I don't want to know what the cowboys are. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But yeah. So like the whole, and then like the rumor is that that's his goddaughter, and then the other rumor is that it's that Helena is Marcus Brody's daughter. So I'm curious if it goes that way. I mean, I guess you could still be a gay man and have had a kid. That happens all the time. So that's possible. But I always saw Marcus Brody as a gay man because he's a gay man in real life. And I was like, you know what? I think they would honor that. But we'll see what happens. Super Fry says Indiana Jones 5. Jones 5, Indiana. They're just going for the SEO win with it.
Yeah, you can read it frontwards and backwards. It works. Yeah. It's going to trend really well. I like it.
Yeah. But
Well played. Scoop of fry. You're new. Super
hopefully,
fry. I like a scoop of fry would be my fucking name if I had scoops. That would be great.
once he starts getting some scoops, we'll like honor him with like a C. We'll like give him a C, and we'll put it around his neck like a Chewbacca medal in episode 9, not in episode 4, episode 9. Yeah, but yeah, I would imagine probably like 6 months before the films when we'll start seeing the teaser. When do you think they would? If this was like just Top Gun Maverick, when would we get our first teaser? You think?
Avatar 2.
Avatar 2, and then we got like the 7 months to go until the film.
Yeah.
Or
you'll get your spring May 25th celebration full trailer.
Yeah. There is a celebration in April in Europe. I'm not sure if they would do Indiana Jones there or not.
Sure they would. He's going to be they shot in Europe. They shot all over there.
No, at Celebration would they sling Indiana Jones at Celebration?
Yeah.
You think so? I think they should. I just don't know if they will.
No, they will. Oh, they will. They got no Star Wars movies coming. They will. They absolutely will.
Well, yeah, but they have a bunch of TV shows that those people are going to buy shit from. It's more about the audience, I guess, is where I'm going with it. But Luis says, it seems there is 2 main storylines in the new Indy, the time travel and the moon landing space race storyline. Still don't know how that's going to play out. So, yeah, I would even say you got your opening of, so they showed Indiana Jones on the motorcycle, in the motorcycle chase as like a young Indy. Indiana Jones Last Crusade era Indy. They like showed him like on the motorcycle, like doing that stuff. And so we have like the opening little 20-minute adventure that you always get. Sometimes it's directly related and sometimes it's not, so who knows? I'm going to guess that it is because we see Mads Mikkelsen's Nazi character, young and old. When he's young, he's so here's the thing about him though, is there's been rumors that he's like a scientist, right? But when I saw him in the trailer, he was in the full up fucking Nazi gear. Like he was dressed kind of like the guy from Indiana Jones 3 who gets thrown off with no ticket, the no ticket bad guy. So where I'm going with this is, would a scientist wear that? Would a scientist have that? I mean, they could be going over the top of like he's a scientist and a general or something, or an officer, but it looked like he was an officer. So I'm not really sure how that's going to play out or what to make of it, And there's always a chance too that like they could, if it is time travel, there could be a weird story like where Indy does kill him. And then we end up with now he's alive. This doesn't make sense. The Nazis are using time in some nefarious way, and they brought him back or something weird, But because I think the ultimate goal, if it is going to be to bring back Hitler. Like I think that's something that people are generally probably overlooking, is that I think the resurrection of Hitler would be the subtext.
It's very Hellboyish. Kind of thing, yeah. Which I'm not against. I think Indy. I mean, they gotta have something supernatural in it. I don't. And I know just because the last movie Man's Goal did was Logan. I'm not saying don't just make it an old guy's last tale. It's brutal. It's dark. It makes you cry. I just think that there needs to be something otherworldly for it to be Indiana Jones. Otherwise, it's like a national treasure, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and the story usually takes you like to the precipice of whatever the bad thing is. So I would imagine that I would imagine
sometimes I got to take a bad precipice.
Well, yeah.
On the show.
I mean,
hours.
I mean, there is always a chance that it's just like this other Nazi guy and he wants it all for himself and he has the same sort of general agenda They could PC it up a little bit. Maybe like he doesn't agree with all of the racism, but I don't think they would do that. But I would have to say, like, you know, at the end of the day, for the kind of like level of pulp, bringing Hitler back, it just seems like the no brainer to the story. To, you know what I mean? Like Nazis
Indiana
and
Jones, man, that is the thing. Like, if they were putting that nuclear weapon in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, they should have just called it Indiana Jones and the Destroyer of Worlds.
I told you that was the title. That was the title.
That was?
I told you that. Yeah, I told you that. It's in your brain.
That's probably why it's in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot you saying it, but it's in there.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's in there. I'm glad you're rattling around in in there. With my social security number of what I ate last night for dinner.
Yeah,
barely.
Indiana Jones and the Destroyer of Worlds. Indiana Jones and there was
a better one.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was the title that they went with. There was, I don't know if Saucerman. I don't think it ever made it into the past that one script. I don't think that, but there was a couple other, like 4 or 5 titles ended up making it to the internet, and in that list was
I always loved Saucy Man. That's what I was like.
Oh,
Saucy Man. Saucy Man, yeah.
He's like, I don't know how to whip these guys. They're too saucy. They like it.
That's what I'm saying. Got that Marlon Brando outfit on, the whole thing. Just love it.
Yeah, he does, huh?
Okay, I gotta go. Bye.
And he says, I fantasize about the date scene at night. It's so satisfying to see Indy popping those bad boys in the mouth when the monkey death. Sounds like a cool movie, whatever you saw. Specific question for Rob. What is your opinion on all the moms getting into Avatar after having marital disputes at Pandora and Disney?
MILF's Gone Wild? I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Huh? I don't know. Okay, like if it took Avatar to break up your marriage, then it was on shaky ground to begin with. Like, yeah, Jason, you've unfortunately had to endure that pain in life. Could you imagine walking to court and being like, well, it didn't work. Avatar broke us up. We went to Pandora and like, all right. First world problems, right?
in that footage, like, there's like somebody's pregnant, and like the kids are like teasing about who knocked her up, like who knocked up, and I don't know if it's like Sigourney Weaver or what. I didn't quite understand the moment. It was really strange.
Dude, Jake Sully is just knocking him up, dude. He just like that little slips that tail in at night, wraps it around.
Yeah, because
it's in 3D.
because it had like something with Sigourney Weaver like talking, and then about her like coming back and like who knocked her up, and then but then it had like another scene with like I think like a biological cat person, like a chief, and he was like mad that they were fucking the avatars, So I don't know.
It's never gonna be as cool as you're describing it, Jason. Like,
yeah.
If he was like, I am mad, Jake Sully, you're fucking the avatars. Like, I fucking love this. Get Iron Sheik as a fucking Neytiri fucking dude, like a Navi. Yes.
I had several daughters, and then Jake Sully fucked them and made them humble.
Jabroni Jake Sully, I love it. I can watch that.
Goes 5, 7 years.
You guys are painting a picture of a movie I'm not getting. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. Poor fucking Jake Sully doesn't remember which avatars he fucked and which ones he didn't. Avatar flashlights.
Matt Damon would remember.
Oh no.
Matt Damon would remember. Let's be honest. He would.
Will says Avatar flashlights are worse an endemic than fentanyl. All marriages between Pandora's box. I see what you did there. It's a
lot of work, though. It's a lot of work for that joke.
It's true. It's true. It is.
Well, you need to whiteboard that.
Well,
yeah.
Like
where you going? But...
I think we're gonna call it a show today. It's slow news day. Let's not drag this out any more than we have to. My kids also get out early today. Today is this week is parent teacher conferences / open house, so we got all those early days this week. But if anything happens, I'll jump back on, of course, but if nothing else happens, then nothing else happens. If he dies, he dies. We roll around here. But all right. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today, Rob. And I'll see you tomorrow.
I want that to be on my GoFundMe when I have a medical issue, right? Just put that one. If he dies, he dies. Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One little thing. I was like, I needed to verify it, so I didn't do it. But did you see how that kid was human trafficked, raped by her human trafficker, and then she killed him, and then they fucking yeah.
She goes to jail. Yeah.
She isn't going to jail, but she has like $150,000 fine or something like that. It's like $100,000 plus fine. And I was like, oh, they need to make a GoFundMe for her. And then I saw one, but I wasn't sure if it was real. But once there's a real one, everybody needs to give that girl $1. And when I know,
isn't George Soros just funding all of this? Shouldn't he just pay it off?
I saw people on Reddit going, "Oh, but then his family will get the money." And I was like, she owes that money either way. She doesn't get to go for bankruptcy when it's a legal thing. And maybe his family aren't pieces of shit. His kids didn't ask for a rapist father. Maybe in the end it ends up being good for everybody. But that's so sad.
We can't GoFundMe justice. This is unfortunately, it's the world we have, and we can shape a better one or be apathetic and sit back and let the fucking racist assholes take over. It's about the end of it.
Yeah, it's fucking awful. But yeah, when I figure out what the real GoFundMe is, the legit one, I'm gonna throw a couple bucks that way, and I think everybody should. I mean, she shouldn't have to pay $100,000+ for killing her human trafficking rapist. That is fucking crazy, and that judge should be removed. That judge shouldn't be able to judge a fucking thing because they have shit for brains. But anyways,
so difficult to remove judges in this country.
I know,
so difficult.
Yeah, but I mean,
Trump should just become a judge. Like really, he'd get away with a lot more. It's crazy.
He's doing pretty good at it right now without being one, unfortunately. But anyways, I think
you got me there.
Yeah, bummer time. All right, but this is the same bummer time. We'll be back tomorrow talking about Star Wars. Bye, everybody. Bye, Rob.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.